Do you think it's important for second generation immigrants to have grit? And if so, how do you instill grit in your kids?
Okay. Yeah, so the answer is yes.
No, not because I don't think that's not important, but I suppose that's not how I operate.
That's actually I actually struggle with that sometimes because, like I said, I really want them. Like he said, he want them to be happy, and I want them to pursue their passion. But I do feel like, comparatively, like I sometimes look at them and I'm like, I would think like, oh wow, when I was their age, we were doing all these stuff for ourselves, and then here you are, like you can't even self-care or something.
My mom says that a lot. She's like, when I was your age, I was like cook dinner. And,
Yeah.
It is our goal to give the next generation a better life. We cannot just ask them to have grit, which is kind of the same hard working that we do, because isn't it like one of our goals to give you an easier life in life?
I think that's probably how our parents saw our generation too, right? Like they thought, oh, you have no grit. It was so much harder. We have no food or something. And then for us, we're like, well, we had to come to America, and then you were born here, and you speak fluent English from day one, and we have to learn the language and all that. So, yeah. So I think it's probably every generation will feel that. But that's definitely, I think, every parent thinks an important quality.
I think grit really, in this sense, is do you have the ability to survive when you have to? I think grit really, a big part of it, the foundation of it is probably work ethics. Right? Having good work ethics, being able to solve problems and go through difficult situations are what really help you through life.
But still, my wife has never motivated them by telling them how hard life is going to be and that they have to work hard. I think my wife has just made it a good habit for them to work hard. So it's very organic, and I know that my wife doesn't like to scare the kids, telling them life is hard and so on and so forth. Neither me nor my wife use that carrot, use that stick approach with our kids.
So for us, I think as parent is letting go of them and letting them take the risk, or watch them. Like even though you watch them and you see them trying something, it's going to be a disaster, and you just have to keep your mouth shut and let them fail, and then learn how to fix it and do all that. But it definitely much harder.
What I think for them is important to have instead is ability to discern very clearly about what's going on in the world.
The only thing that I will try in talking to my kid, like telling them story, is that to instill in them the idea that you have a limited time on this earth, right? And that is a very precious time. What you want to do with your time, so that you can leave behind something useful, not just for your kid, just in a general idea, just to make the one that come after you to have a better environment. That would be my goal to instill into my kid.